How's it going, everybody? In today's video we'll be going to discuss 5 horrifying tortures used in ancient Rome. Number 5. Sewn into a donkey. If you're looking for cruel and unusual forms of torture, you don't have to look any further than ancient Rome. Take, for instance, a torture that was described by both Apuleius, the golden ass, and Lucian, Lucius, or the ass. A donkey would be killed, its belly sliced open, and the entrails removed. The accused was then stripped of clothing and stuffed into the animal's belly. The belly was stitched closed, leaving only the accused's head outside, preventing suffocation but prolonging suffering. The donkey's body was kept in the sun. It would begin to decompose, with the living victim inside being cooked by the heat. Maggots would crawl all over the accused, and vultures would peck at the animal's decaying flesh. Death, while welcome, came slow for the victim of this torture. Number 4. Fed to wild hogs. Saint Gregory described a heinous torture that was performed on young women by the people of Heliopolis while under Roman rule. Any virgin who was to undergo this torture was first given to the gladiators. After the young woman was no longer a virgin, she was publicly stripped, and her belly was sliced open, spilling her innards out. Handfuls of barley were stuffed into her, and she was sewn back up, only to be given to wild hogs. She would then be torn apart. Number 3. Tortured senator. Emperor Caligula was just as cruel as old Tiberius. At one point, he had a senator slit open. The senator survived, and Caligula ordered that his eyes be removed. After that, hot pincers were used to take out his internal organs. To add to the degradation, the senator was cut in half and torn to pieces. According to Roman belief, death was not a punishment, but a release. The torture was punishment, and death was only allowed after a certain amount of pain and terror had been felt. Number 2. Nailed into barrels. Some people were meant to suffer longer than others before the sweet release of death. Under Emperor Domitian, Christians were tortured in the most horrific ways. One of the most disgusting tortures performed involved smearing a Christian in honey and milk. The victim was then nailed into a barrel and force-fed parasite-ridden food. The parasites feasted on the insides of the victim, whose body began to rot inside the barrel. After about 2 weeks of this torture, the victim would finally die and become a martyr for the Christian religion. Number 1. Eaten through the middle. Executioners often used animals to carry out their barbarity, as was the case with the cauldron torture. For this particular cruelty, a starved animal, such as a rat, a dog, or a cat, was placed inside a small cauldron. The opening of the cauldron was then fastened to the belly of the accused. The executioner would hold a flame to the back of the cauldron, making the inside extremely hot. The animal would panic and try to escape. The only soft ground for it to dig its way out was through the belly of the accused. Thanks for watching. Do like,